CGHS, I'm Young K. True, but you probably already knew that.
Really, Kyle? Again? Well, my name's Peyton, and we're here to bring you the 2018 Holiday Main Event.
First, we'll start out with our Tree of Joy segment with Jackson, Jordan, and Isabel.
And then we will take a look at Medina's Toy Shop.
And then we'll bring you guys our second edition of the Wheel of Misfortune with a holiday twist.
In this episode, for Teachers Staff Hot Seat, we have Miss Schaefer. And then we have our favorite segment with There You Have It.
Unfortunately, I got some tea to spill though. This isn't quite what we wanted, as Dylan is threatening to steal the main event.
Really, Kyle? Tea?
Yeah, isn't that what everyone says nowadays?
YouTubers these days, oh my gosh.
What is that supposed to mean?
Tree of Joy is an event founded in Lane County for children in need during the holidays. Every year, Mr. Garment's class raises money to buy a gift for the Tree of Joy.
So at some of the local stores like Bi-Mart or Walmart, they have a tree. You go up and you take a tag off the tree, and it's got like, it'll say 7-year-old boy, and it will have, you know, things that 7-year-old boy would like to have.
Interact and Key Club at CGHS get together to buy, wrap, and distribute gifts.
The Tree of Joy is when people from the community come out and they shop for kids that are in need of presents for the Christmas. And typically, like, we just come together and we wrap them all, and then on the very last day of Tree of Joy, it's like a 5 or 6 day series spread out. We get to hand them out to like the family.
For the Tree of Joy, like as volunteers, we get together and we take all the gifts that have been donated and we wrap all of them. There's a lot of gifts, but it's really fun.
I like to have the community see high school kids in a different light, maybe than what they, you know, grouse about a lot of times.
I think it's a great like organization because we're giving back to the people in our community who need help, and it's just very rewarding knowing that you're helping these people.
Mr. Medina's digital design class has found an interesting way to make the holidays a little brighter for children in crisis.
We're making like little tiny figurines. They're all made with the 3D printer. Mostly like just little dolls or animals or stuff like that. Some people made like pizzas, slices, and things like that.
Right now we're using AutoCAD, and we're just building they're called facades, like storefronts, and eventually we're gonna turn them into 3D models, and then hopefully, if it works out, we're going to print them out.
Like giving them to people who are temporarily homeless or going through a rough time or in foster care.
Medina students will give these toys to the fire department and community sharing so they can pass them out to kids.
I think that it's really helpful for people, or for like the kids, to get like a second to like, you know, be out of their head and explore their like imagination with these toys. And when they don't have like toys or money to buy toys.
I think it's a cool way to help children cope with situations that are like awful, things that are bad that they're going through. And I think it's cool to be a part of that.
On this episode of Wheel of Misfortune, we have Mustard Knot, Festive Pie, Sing a Holiday Song, Christmas Tree, Ho Ho Ho, Ginger Mint, and Santa Sleigh. Welcome back to Wheel of Misfortune, the game show where no one wins. I'm your host, Jordan Thelke, and these are our contestants, Preston, Jake, Owen, and Jaden. Their names shall be drawn from this hat. Who will it be?
Shut up.
It's Owen. Well, you're the lucky one that gets to spin the wheel.
This is rigged because I'm the only girl.
No.
What is that?
Yes! Owen, you've gotten the misfortune of Ginger Mints. You've heard of gingerbread covered in frosting and candy, but these are Ginger Mints. This is a misfortune, so it's covered in mustard and ketchup, and you have to eat it. Let's go. Eat it.
Oh! Eat it, do it.
Give the other side, give the other side, give the other side. Do you like it?
It's a hot dog.
Oh, it tastes like a hot dog. It tastes like a hot dog.
Eat the rest. Eat the rest.
you got it. What? The whole line.
That's a lot of mustard. That was a lot of mustard.
That's sour. That is. That is amazing.
Rating 1 to 10.
That's not bad.
Wait, what? Alright, Owen, you've completed your task of Ginger Mints. I'd like to thank you and the other contestants here for being on this game show. We'll catch you guys next time on The Wheel of Misfortune.
The clothing closet is located right next to the library and right across from the bathrooms.
So the clothing closet is a resource for Cottage Grove High School students to just come get clothing or anything that they need. So we have toiletries, we have jackets, we have all types of warm clothes. A student can go to any trusted adult or counselor and get keys to the closet and get anything that they need. But in the future we hope to open it more full time and possibly have the door open during school hours.
5 of us come up from leadership every day to sort through clothes. Those 5 include Gwen, myself, Chelsea Davis, Samantha Moore, and Keely Galbraith.
We accept all donations, washed of course, and we go through them, and anything we don't take, we actually take to community sharing. So anything you donate does go back to the community in all types of ways. This is kind of one of leadership's ways of trying to incorporate a nice thing into our school culture, so we'd love to see people using it. We just encourage our entire student body to take advantage of this resource, and we hope to see you up here someday.
Hey CGHS, welcome back to Teacher Hot Seat. I'm Brody.
And I'm Reba, and for our special holiday episode, we're going to be interviewing our German teacher, Miss Schaefer.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Yes!
Got your game face on?
My game face is on.
That's just the thing.
Yeah. The seat is hot.
So thank you for coming. Are you ready today?
Yes.
Alrighty, so first question. Would you rather give up Christmas trees or Christmas cookies?
Christmas trees.
What is a Christmas song that makes you cringe? And can you sing a part of it?
A song that makes me cringe would be... That's hard because I love all Christmas music and all Christmas songs. I honestly can't say that there's one that I hate.
If you had to be trapped in a Christmas movie, what would you choose?
A Christmas movie, Elf. Elf, Elf, Elf. I love that movie.
What's your favorite holiday dessert?
My favorite holiday dessert is cookies and cake.
If you could meet the Grinch, what would you tell him?
I would tell him that the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Would you rather wear a Santa outfit or an elf outfit to work every day for a month?
An elf outfit. I love elves.
Would you rather be one of Santa's helpers or one of his reindeer?
I would be a helper for Santa, yes.
What's your favorite thing to do in the snow?
I love to build snowmen and build snow forts.
Eggnog or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
If you could give everyone in a school a Christmas present, what would it be?
I would give them all happiness and joy in their heart.
And last question, what's your favorite part of the holidays?
My favorite part of the holidays is spending time with my family and my friends and just not having to work.
Alrighty, that's all the questions we have for you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
What's up, CGHS? I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Izzy.
And we're bringing you There You Have It.
Holiday edition
in our sweaters. Question number 1. In the song Frosty the Snowman, what made Frosty come to life?
The hat.
The children singing.
A magic hat from a magician.
The kids singing.
The hat.
The top hat?
Yes, yes.
What holiday beverage is also known as milk punch?
Hot chocolate.
Eggnog?
Yes, yes.
Eggnog. That sounds gross.
Eggnog?
Eggnog. Hot chocolate. Eggnog.
In A Christmas Carol, what is Scrooge's first name?
Ebenezer? Owen? George. I can take this question. Ebenezer. Scrooge.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
I don't know, I didn't know he had a first name.
Ebenezer. Yep.
Ebenezer.
Okay. County Rudolph. How many reindeer are there?
I'm gonna go with 9.
Wow, okay. I feel like there's 9.
9.
12?
9.
13.
There's only 9. What country started the tradition of exchanging gifts? guess.
USA.
The Scandinavians.
Israel?
Germany?
Switzerland.
Germany.
Italy. Okay, last one. We're gonna sing your guys' favorite Christmas carol. Jingle bell, jingle bell. Sing it with me.
Jingle
all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing.
I know a song.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell.
Christmas my true love gave to me.
Christmas is you, baby.
We hope you enjoyed the holiday edition of There You Have It.
Stay tuned for our next episode, but until then, happy holidays, CGHS.
Mr. Ingman bought me a new yearbook. Shiny and the pages are so sleek. You could say the book is fantastic, but as for me and Ingman, we agree.
Room 119, the CG Yearbook and Young Dreams Media proudly presents Wellsatonic's That's the Yearbook to Me, a collection of holiday yearbook classics. This chart-topping holiday classic includes It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Yearbook.
It's beginning to look a lot like yearbook. Everywhere you go, take a look at 5 and 10. It's a page of all your friends, with sophomores and juniors all aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like yearbook. Books in every hand, and the prettiest book to see is the yearbook for you and me. Gonna want 3 or 4.
Call today and we'll include the yearbook and a timeless classic, Blue Yearbook.
Have a blue year without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. A homecoming and band on a yearbook page. Won't be the same year if you're not here with me.
But wait, order in the next 5 minutes and we'll throw in the song that every cell phone should have a ringtone to. Chris Wells in Room 119.
Chris Wells in Room 119 had a very nice yearbook. And if you never seen it, you would want to take a look. Then one foggy deadline day, Mr. Wells came to say, students, with your mama's cash, buy a yearbook from Mustache.
Order online today at www.wellsatonicyearbook.com/Chris Wells is tone deaf /Has anybody heard of autotune / I thought we were done making these videos. Buy your yearbook for $55 before January 8th so we don't have to keep making these ridiculous videos anymore.
Every lion down in Lionville liked the main event a lot, but Dylan, who lived in the spirit trails, did not. Dylan hated the main event ever since Sabrina showed her face. She threw off his groove, messed up his pace. It could be his perm wasn't done up just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. Whatever the reason, his heart or his hair, he stood there hating the lions before the main event aired, staring from the trail and frowning so cruel at the warm-lighted windows across in their school. For he knew every lion over in Lionville was busy now editing with great care and great skill.
They even finished There You Have It.
He snarled with a sneer.
It's showing tomorrow. It's practically here.
He growled with his Dylan brows lowered and glaring.
Why? For one episode, I put up with it now. I must stop the holiday special. But how?
Who's even gonna know the answer?
David, they will.
No, you get out. You're the one that got the
Guys, here. Let me.
Yes,
let
we're
me
part
work
of the
myself.
It's impossible to work when the room is like this. And where's Dylan? He's been absent for days.
Hey guys, has Dylan been acting weird lately?
You know what? Yeah, I haven't seen him since last episode.
Yeah, I mean, things haven't been the same since you know who showed up.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Your attention, please. All right, listen up, everyone. We have to have the main event done by tomorrow. Izzy, Chelsea, have you guys even started your segment yet? And Wheel of Misfortune, is it done? Is it complete? Where are you guys going with this thing? We have to have it done. And could somebody please tell me where Dylan is? We have to have him for upcoming events if we're gonna get the show done. Does he have another perm appointment going on right now?
Probably.
Can you guys just please get the show done? Work a little bit harder. We have to stay a little bit later, we'll do it. But let's get back to work, okay?
So the clout chase, I think it's an issue.
I'm not even wearing the clout chase.
Dylan got an awful idea. Dylan got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know what to do. I'll steal the main event.
Dylan grinned at the good news, and he made a quick sweater and an old pair of shoes.
Because of my Dylan-y precision, with this sweatshirt and these shoes, I'll look just like Mr. Bridgens. All I need is a reindeer.
And Dylan looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there were none to be found.
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. Max.
So he called his dog Max, then he took some red thread, and he tied a big horn on top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a dirt cheap red wagon, and he hitched up old Max. Then Dylan said,
Giddy up, Max! Max! Come on, Max!
and he opened the door. Then he silently walked in, a rather scary thing, but if Bridgens could do it, then so could Dylan.
These cameras are the first to go.
He slithered and slunk, with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room, he grabbed all the equipment. He grabbed all the cameras, the tripods, the shots. He even took the last bag of tutorial tots. Almost all was in the wagon except for one light, so he lifted it up high with all of his might.
Mr. Bridgens, why are you taking the equipment?
He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick.
Well, why, Sabrina James? The bulb on this light just flickered and died. So I'm gonna take it to my workshop, I'm gonna fix it up there, and I'm gonna bring it back here.
Why are you taking everything else too?
Well, don't worry about it.
Wait a minute. Dylan. Bridgens, you should go easy on Dylan. He's actually got a good heart, and his perm is kind of cool.
I'll be sure to let him know. You should go back to singing. You're actually pretty good at it.
He packed it up with their cameras, the SD cards, the shots, the wheel of misfortune, the hot seat, the tots. Then the last thing he took were the keys to the green screen. He slid out the door himself, the old fiend. The only equipment that he left in the room were the computers, which were way too difficult to move. He tread through the parking lot for his camp in the trees to find some place to get rid of these things.
Mr. Bridgens, what's wrong?
The equipment. It's all gone.
What?
Bridgens, I thought you went to take the equipment home.
What are you talking about? I just got here. Everything's been stolen.
No way.
Wait, what?
How are we supposed to do the main event now? We can't do the show unless we have equipment.
Well, if it wasn't Bridgens, who was it?
It must be someone who hates the main event.
It must be someone that knows where we store everything.
It must be someone who has a perm.
Dylan. Guys, I'm going to find Dylan.
You're gonna try to get the show back?
What's the point anyway? He won't give us back the fancy equipment.
Come on, guys, we have to do this. It's not about the fancy equipment. We're a team and Dylan's a part of it. I'm going to get him.
Maybe she's right. We need to do this. We all need to do this.
Agreed. Everyone, can I have your attention? So we might not have the equipment we usually have.
But that's not what the main event's about.
It's about our team and our spirit.
Besides, we have cameras on our phones, and we have the skills and the heart. That's all we need.
They're right. We can do this. The show must go on. All right, let's do it. We can.
Defying the lines. They're finding out now that no show is coming out. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will open for a minute or two, and the lions down in Lionville will cry out boo-hoo. And that's a noise,
grinned Dylan,
I must simply hear.
So he paused, and Dylan put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. The sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Lionville. Dylan popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every lion was using their phones and all laughing and filming even when expensive equipment was lacking. He hadn't stopped the main event from coming. It came! Somehow or another it came just the same. And Dylan, with his Bridgens shoes ice cold in the road, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without gimbals? Without fancy equipment? It came without anything more than a sin. Besides their iPhones, of course.
And he puzzled for an hour till his puzzler was sore. Then Dylan thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe the show doesn't come from the store. Maybe the main event, perhaps, means a little bit more.
And what happened then? Well, in Lionville they say that Dylan's perm grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his perm didn't feel quite so tight, his perm and his heart felt the bright morning light.
Dylan, I can't believe I found you in time.
Sabrina, I'm so sorry about everything.
Dylan, about the stuff you stole.
Don't worry, I've had a change of heart. I plan on bringing everything back.
Well, that's great, but we need you for a different reason.
Yeah, I know. Bridgens is probably gonna yell at me and probably kick me out of the class.
No, we need you to film.
But I almost ruined it.
The main event isn't the same without you. You were the star of the show, and we're co-hosts. You've been doing this longer than I have. You have to be there.
You're not angry?
No, you said it yourself. You're bringing it back, and you're sorry. Besides, I think what you did is just what the team needed.
Well, I'm bringing this stuff back anyway, since without it, even with the newfound spirit, phones are not going to get us very far. So let's get the equipment.
The equipment!
All right, guys, we're gonna start filming here. You guys are on in 3, 2.
Wait, Mr. Bridges.
Dylan, the equipment.
Here you go.
All right.
But Mr. Bridges,
No, Dylan, let's not talk about that right now. It's okay. All right, we got a show to do. We got to finish upcoming events, and you're a part of that. Let's go. Okay, let's go. All right, you guys are on in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to upcoming events, CGHS.
I'm Sabrina James.
And I'm Dylan Graves. On January 4th, a Friday, our girls basketball team will be traveling to Mazama High School, where they'll be facing off in the Skyrim for Skyline League Challenge.
Also, on Friday, January 4th, our wrestlers will be traveling to Junction City to face off in some good matches.
And for some local sports action, our boys basketball team will be facing off in the Skyrim for Skyline League Challenge here at home. Get out there and support.
On January 18th and 19th at 7:30 and 2:30 on the 20th, our theater will be presenting a comedy play called All in the Timing, directed by Keely Galbraith. Back to you, Dylan.
Now, let's do this last one together. Now, what we've all been waiting for, winter break. Winter break will start on Saturday, December 22nd.
And end on Monday, January 7th.
Now, from all of us here at Room 119, Happy Holidays, CGHS!
And so they learned that the show is not just about fancy things. Not fancy things at all. It's about all of the people and the happiness it brings.
We all hope that you guys enjoyed the show today, and we'll be back soon.
Yeah, hope everyone has a happy holiday. And Peyton, come here, give me a hug. I love you.
Ew, Kyle, get off of me.
Hope everyone enjoyed.
Christmas lights keep shining.